Okay, so here's another conspiracy theory. Jesus was supposed to be born in Jerusalem around 1 BC. He was born of a relatively poor middle class. Um, some say he was wretchedly poor. Others, the mother had some kind of status. So, yeah, I guess the poorer middle class is a good description. Anyway, he grew up. He was supposed to be some sort of rebel. He ended up being killed. The thing about Jesus is that he's not entirely real. There's a lot of fabrication made about him, and a lot of portraits are often inaccurate. Most agree he had a slender face and a tall figure, but no one really knows who he was, or even what he looked like, or what his personality was like. Now, there's a conspiracy that Jesus was actually a blonde. Most artists portray his adult image as a brunette. This is the double standard with Jesus. The Bible actually says that he was born a blonde, but in most art, most people portray him as a brunette and consider him a brunette. Why is this? Well, some people say that he was actually a blonde. He was born a blonde, he grew up a blonde, but in his teenage years, he somehow grew up some kind of high, and he ended up duplicating his personality. So he had some sort of twisted split personality syndrome. So what happened was he got a high, some sort of high, and his high was the rebel, in which people wanted to torture and kill. And his high actually had brown hair. And that is why most artists portray Jesus with brown hair, because he did have brown hair when he was being the most rebel, but that's not his true self. So, apparently Jesus got into a lot of trouble. He had to move away from Jerusalem. Some people say he even was captured by the Romans and taken to England, and that his crucifixion was done there. Whatever the case, all these things that happened to him in his travels were because he had this particular brown-haired high, and the personality that he was exhibiting was actually a fairly vacant one. So it probably wasn't the true Jesus, but it was who Jesus was when he was getting into the most trouble. So he obviously was killed, and when he was killed, he was reborn again because he's high. The brown-haired beast was actually taken down, and he was able to be himself again, who is a blonde boy. So that's a conspiracy with Jesus, that he might have actually been blonde all along, and that this brown hair figure, who is romanticized so many times by so many people, was actually the thing that got him into trouble.